Hello and welcome. Xolo here with another V-Rising video, and today I'll be giving you guys a tour of another castle. This castle is located in the southwest corner of Dunley Farmlands. The plot this castle was built on was also featured in my top 10 best base locations for PvE castles video, which I'll be linking here for your convenience. If by the end of this tour you like this build, I'll be leaving a link for a free download of the castle in the description below. Alright, now let's get started. Alright, let's start off with the beginning here of this castle, right through the front entrance. We immediately have an entrance through the right where we can see a nice little garden with our Scarecrow friend that I was able to save and kind of keep here while I was building around them. So that's one of the cool advantages of this plot, is that it actually comes with scarecrows already spawned on it, and this one just happened to be in a good spot, so I decided to keep them. I also decided to add some tables and some benches and stuff like that, but nothing too crazy here. On the other side we have kind of a nice little patio area, and we have the horse stables in case anyone wants to park their horses while they're here. We also have this little bird bath and some other flowers kind of decorating. And when we enter this area here, we kind of have a shaded garden area. I really like this room because I like the theming of like the blue. It kind of has like a nice spectral look to it. So just having the wall kind of have a little bit of glowing, whether it be the flowers or the lights, I think it just looks really cool. So super happy with how this turned out. We also have, if we cross over here, another area with another garden that's kind of a little bit different. This one kind of spawning down from the wall with multi-part layers. So we have the castle wall vegetation, then we have our row of roses, some firelight seeds, and then of course our sunflower, and then we have bleeding hearts at the bottom here, just kind of lining the edge. What I really like about the bleeding hearts is that they're kind of wide and they cover a lot of surface area for flowers. So whenever there's like pathing or something that you want to either obstruct the view of, or if let's say you want to just kind of create a nice visual differentiation between like the sidewalk and other focal pieces, this is a really nice flower to use. So you'll see me using this flower a lot throughout this build. But yeah, super happy with that. And of course we have our little water area here, our little well. And of course if we head over this way, we have a row of trees kind of creating nice shaded area back here. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, we have our nice little rows of trees. If we head over in this direction, we also have a nice little seating area kind of near the water with some water fountains and things like that, just to kind of create a nice tranquil atmosphere. Over here in this area, we have a couple of little seating tables in case you have guests over who want to just sit outside and chill, maybe chat for a bit. And of course we have this exit here over toward the pond, so you could do some fishing if you want to while you're here. If we go through this area instead, we have a nice tree. This planter here, or this 5-point planter as I like to call it, is new, and this is actually recently introduced in patch 1.1. So if you're wondering where that planter came from, that's where I got it. It's you know, part of the base game, so you should have access to that. And of course we have our little bird bath here. I also really like the way that this fountain kind of turned out. I decided to use different height planters with our nice little purple flowers here to kind of do some nice decoration, or kind of create some nice decoration and just kind of a little bit of a color difference in some areas. And of course we also have this nice little outside area, seating area. This area here looks really nice at night. Yeah, so as you can see at night it looks super cool. I really like the way that this looks. And of course I used a white cherry blossom tree here just to kind of add a little bit of a brighter balance between the statue, the fountain, and now the tree. So you kind of have a little bit of a visual triangle happening here with the lighter colors. In the back here, we also have a nice little seating area where you can sit indoors and just chat. Like if you just want to get some kind of fresh air without having to go outside and get burnt in the sun, this would be the perfect place to sit down and enjoy a drink or two, of course. And we have a nice little decorative area here. And of course we have the castle heart here in the, well, not quite the center of this plot, but it's definitely toward the back of this plot. And I really like the way that I was able to kind of arrange these carpets. If you notice, for these, they're kind of like semicircles on the edge here. It's really rare that a carpet that is not like one of the regular trail carpets is able to kind of go over a threshold like this. So being able to use that in this build was like super cool, and I really wish we had more carpets like this. Like if we had a square one that was just a square that fit in this spot, I think that would be really cool too. So this room has a blue and white theme, as you can tell. We have a lot of gold accents going on here. We have a little bit of wood going on here. We have you know, so basically these windows here, you can open them and close them where you can see the tables and chairs outside, which is super cool. So this one, you can kind of take a look outside. And of course we have our little seating area so you can do your makeup or whatever it is that you want to do. And of course we have another area here where we can sit and chill and relax if we want to. And of course we also have some other things like these bookshelves, some wine, a nice little desk, and our vampire lockbox, which I think is key to every room that has, well, pretty much a coffin in it at all. And of course we have our contrasting bedroom. I went with a more wooden, reddish, warm feel for this room. It's not as flashy and bright as the other one, but it also has pretty much all of the amenities that the other one has. You still have your desk, you still have like kind of a seating area and stuff like that. And of course we have one of my favorite items. You guys are probably tired of seeing these in my castles by now, but I will not stop placing these. The mushroom terrarium, and I absolutely love this thing, whether you face it this way or the other way. Actually, I'm not even sure if this one is facing the correct direction, but honestly I don't really care because it's so cute. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to face the other way. I just realized now that it's backwards. Kind of embarrassing. I guess I'll have to fix that at a later time, maybe. I don't know. I'll see how I feel by the end of this tour, but super cool. I feel like I'm always finding like little mistakes like that whenever I'm doing my tours, but you know, it'd be like that sometimes. If we head over to this area, we are actually in the throne room. Now this is probably one of the most elaborate throne rooms I've built. I have some council seats here on the sides, and of course if we go up here we have the speaking podium. So if we have someone who wants to propose an idea or has a suggestion or a concern, they can voice their complaints or voice whatever the heck they want to say up here. Hopefully they survive to finish speaking. And then of course we have our nice little chandelier up here, which is actually on the floor above, not this current floor, so that's why the chandelier is like off out in the distance, but it provides like the perfect lighting for this area without being too bright. And of course you can see our castle throne here. These are the doors we just came out of with the 2 bedrooms, and we have some statues and stuff, but we'll head down and take a closer look. I wanted to kind of create something cool here on the railing. I decided to place some flower pots and do some roses and things like that. And of course we have our little trellises here and on the other side. And of course we also have a little secretary. I think that's a secretary. I could be wrong. on both sides here of the aisle. I just wanted to create a nice little kind of a height difference kind of situation slightly with the stairs going up, and you know, that way this little space here wouldn't look so empty. And of course, if we head over this way, we reach our throne. We have some nice little skull lamps, as I like to call them here, the braziers with the skulls in them. I absolutely love these. They are wonderful, and I wish we had a collection of this style for like different other stuff. So like if we had a lamppost that was kind of similar to this, or a you know, like a hanging lantern, I think that'd be pretty cool, but we do not have that. There's also some nice little candles here near the windows just to add a little bit of extra lighting. And of course we have our little statues. I believe these statues are from the Nocturnal Opulence pack. These are the new DLCs. You can actually get, I shouldn't say DLCs, the new DLC, and you can get those in the shop if you so wish. And of course, when we look out from this throne, we can see the whole room. Super cool. Lots of really good viewing area here. And of course, if we head behind here, we have a whole nother round, or you know, a whole nother area to explore. But I just wanted to quickly show you behind the castle throne, we have our teleporting spots in different locations. I'm not going to take the teleporters right now, but you'll see the placement of them throughout the build. Of course, we have this nice little calm outdoor area, so if the meetings become a little tense and we want to get some fresh air, we definitely have a place to do that. And we have this little area here with some chairs, which is super cool. So if you want to sit down and just relax out here and just kind of look at the pretty flowers, you have that opportunity. So a nice, cool, tranquil place. And of course we have a really small balcony area where you can just, I guess you could say this is kind of like a smoking corner. So if you want to go out to smoke, you can just do that here. And of course we also have this area over here with a bunch of tables and stuff kind of lining the hallway. Nothing too crazy, but I just thought it was kind of a nice touch. And of course we have some more of these tables and chairs out here in this little patio area. Actually, this is more of a balcony, not a patio, I'm sorry. This is a really nice little area here with the trellis, with the wisteria, and of course we have our braziers on the sides. Now that being said, we do have a tree here that's kind of being invasive. This tree is not a tree that I've placed. This is just one that keeps growing back no matter how many times I chop it down. So it is what it is. You know, it'd be like that sometimes, but I guess we'll move on. And of course we also have another area this way where we're able to kind of go back into the throne room. Right, we can see the little podium here, and on the back we have a library. So we have a nice little cozy library area where if you want to sit down and read a good book, you can. It's pretty nice because you can really see into this library when you're climbing up the stairs on either side here. And of course we have another mushroom terrarium. This one I placed in the correct direction, of course. And yeah, I really like the way I was able to squeeze the bookcases under the stairs. And I think that making use of the space in this way has been pretty fruitful. I really like the way that it ended up. If we head over this way, we have the second floor right above the stables. This is actually the servants' quarters. And well, I guess you could just say the second floor servants' quarters. Pretty plain, but it does the job. It holds the servants, it does the things, right? And of course, if we head up the stairs, we can also see a little bit of the front, our scarecrow friend again, and of course we also could see another bridge leading to another servants' quarters up here. But you know, we will just kind of move forward here and look around. So we have some benches, a nice little sitting area, kind of hidden from view. If you're looking at the castle from the very front, you'll have pretty much no idea that that's even there. But I think that's kind of the charm of the castle. This part here is probably my favorite part of this entire castle. I really, really like this part of the throne room. It has a nice little dining area, so if you have some VIP guests or something like that and you want to have a nice you know, meal and you want to dine and wine and whatever the heck you want to do, you have the opportunity to do it here. And of course we have our trellises to kind of decorate this path. Something else we have here as well is a fireplace on either side, just to keep everyone nice and warm, but not too toasty, of course. We want to make sure that they're enjoying their meals and having a good old time. And I think having multiple rows of these tables, I really, really like how with patch 1.1, we got these table coverings, the tablecloth, the plates and dishes and things like that. I think has really kind of upped the game on some of these builds as far as what the potential is like and what it could possibly you know, be doing for us. And I'm super happy with how this turned out. And of course you can see the council seats down here and, you know, the podium. So if you want to spy on the meeting without being part of the meeting, I guess you could technically be up here. Man, wouldn't I want to be the fly on the wall here, just listening in on this conversation, whatever that's about. All right, so if we head over to the right, we will go through a little pathway here. And we have some trellises kind of lining this path with some pretty little flowers here, just to kind of make things a little bit more visually interesting. Again, this is a really calm and tranquil outside area. You get to see the pond from overhead, which is really nice. And of course, you also have a bird bath and 2 water fountains, just kind of adding to the feel of, you know, listening to the water by the pond. We also have our prison here, so this is a great place to hold your prisoners. Has everything you could possibly need here. You have your food supplies, your extraction bottles, and you also have, you know, whatever else you want to use. So super cool. And we're gonna head over back to the dining room area, and then I'm going to instead turn left. All right, so now that we're headed back here to this dining area, we also have another spot over on this side, but before I do that, I'd also like to kind of go in here and just kind of show you the upper floor of the servants' quarters here. So this is the topmost part of the servants' quarters. Super simple. Decided to keep it kind of chill in there, you know, nothing too crazy. And of course we have our cute little bench here with some nice flowers, and we also have some sacred grapes lining the top here, which is a little bit different, but I wanted to try, you know, 3 different colors at 3 different heights just to kind of have a cool visual toward the bench. Wanted to try something different there, and of course I have some wall decorations as well. If we head over to the rooftop garden, we have some more sacred grapes, we have some autumn aspen trees, and of course around each of these lampposts we have our roses kind of wrapping around them with the nice little thorns and all that. And of course we also have some sunflowers here lining this part of the trail, as well as a area here just to sit and relax and enjoy the view of the front of the castle. This place here on this side isn't as nice, but the other part is also pretty cool. And of course we have a gazebo here as part of this area. Now in this particular room I have a lot of really cool kind of paintings and stuff from the Nocturnal Opulence pack or DLC, and I just figured I'd use some gold and white to kind of try and create like a little bit of a color theming here, but this is more of like an outdoor kind of eating situation, nothing as formal as the one downstairs in the throne room area. But I figured, you know, having something here like these cups to kind of show like a nice little table setup for something that's maybe a slightly less formal event might be pretty cool. And of course we have a mirroring bench on this side with the brazier, and you have a nice view of nature and your neighbor from here. So if another castle happens to be up here, you get to see your neighbor, which is pretty cool. And of course we have more bleeding hearts here, kind of like I was mentioning before. I really like this flower for kind of filling up space. It really does a great job of kind of almost looking like a bush. I wish that we had more plantable plants that are kind of more bush-like, so that you have, you know, the ability to kind of see everything. So like, for example, like a blueberry bush or some kind of berry bush would be really neat. Who knows, maybe in the future we'll see something like that. And of course we have our autumn aspen trees up here. We have our little water fountain up here. And in this area we kind of have a chill out zone. So inside of this kind of building, kind of semi indoor outdoor kind of feeling building, we have a lot of cooler colors, more relaxed and tranquil atmosphere. We have our snowflowers and our ghost rooms and things like that. So definitely kind of trying to keep this cool and calm and collected theme. You know, maybe if you want to have a nice chat with a friend in a relaxing atmosphere, this would be a great spot to do so. And I think it did pretty well here. I really like the way that these turned out. And then of course on the opposite end of this color spectrum we have the reddish and kind of browns here, as far as like the different colors that I used to kind of make sure that the outside of this building kind of popped at the top. And I think that the reddish and orangish colors and the more autumn feel is also really nice. And of course, this teleporter is also part of the Nocturnal Opulence pack. So again, I highly recommend that pack. It has a lot of things, and you can change the color varieties of pretty much everything in the pack. But yeah, super cool. I really think that this is a really unique build. I really like the way it turned out. And I think that overall, I'm pretty happy with how it turned, you know, the final result has come to be. I think that, I don't know, I really like it. So what do you guys think of this castle? Let me know in the comments below. In case you don't know, my name is Xolo Q. I stream 3 times a week on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube, and you can find me on various other social media. I'll be putting a link in the description below to my Ko-Fi, where you can find free downloads to not only this castle, but many others that I've built in the past. I also have a ton of other V-Rising related content on the channel, so if you'd like to see some decorating ideas, or maybe you're just new to the game and want to know where to start, I highly recommend you check out the rest of my channel as well. I also made a guide going over throne rooms, which I think kind of applies here in this particular video, so if you're interested in that kind of thing, feel free to check that out as well. I'll be linking that also in the description. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, share, and subscribe for more V-Rising content just like this. I hope you have a wonderful day, and as always, Xolo out.